So I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna stop at the Goodwill by my college because I have a few extra minutes. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna go inside. Let's see what we can find. Whoa! This local Goodwill is right by my college and it usually has a lot of treasures, so I haven't been here in a while and I'm really stoked to see what I can find. I also really like this Goodwill because they keep it very organized. I'm not sure if it's really busy and they just have to, out of necessity, continually organize everything, but they have a really good selection of items. And this dish totally puzzled me. I love the color. The orange is fantastic, and the style I think is coming back, but I just don't know much about glass. And the other dishes I was trying to find were more platter type of dishes because I know even though the holidays are done, it's kind of a good time now in January to go and look for dishes for serving, for dinner parties, for birthday parties, for all sorts of things. And I'm keeping the camera kind of low because there are other people shopping and I just want to respect their privacy and not to kind of intrude on their experience because I know when I go to Goodwill, I'm kind of concentrating quite a bit. So just trying to keep it low and private. Now, this bar set was fantastic. I really wanted to get it, but they were asking a little too much. I love this giraffe bowl. When I lived in Africa, there was a lot of art like this going around where the bowls would either be made out of stone and they would be carved, or they would be gourds, like really, really large gourds that folks would paint and carve into. And I really liked this piece, but again, they were just asking a little too much. And this really adorable two-sided wooden tray. This was really cute. I did put it in my basket because I wanted to look at it later. That's kind of how I tend to shop is I'll get a basket or I'll get a cart and I'll just throw everything in it that I really, really want. And then I'll look closer at it to see if there's any scratches or cracks or breaks or tears or anything like that so that I can understand the quality of the item that I'm getting and so I'm not spending my money on something that's broken. So taking that extra time just kind of review the item before purchasing is what I like to do. We've got some Pyrex. We've got some great little baskets. Now this was made in Taiwan and I really wanted to get this tray set. But after doing some research, I didn't really see comps that looked really good in my area and they were really lightweight. I could have purchased them and mailed them out, but they were kind of on the lightweight, thinner side, and I was a little worried that they might break in transit, so I ended up not getting them. But they're so pretty and just kind of that classic color scheme look. I really liked these salt and pepper shakers as well. One was marked made in the US, and the other one was not marked, but I'm not sure what the comps on these would have been. Also, they were quite heavy, so I did decide to pass on them. I love looking through the cookware as well because you never know what you're going to find. This piece, for example, I love the print on this. This is actually a ceramic pot. It was missing the lid, and as you can see, it does have some wear and tear on it, so I decided against it. Again, it's a very heavy piece, and I'm not yet doing flea markets yet. That would be a really good flea market piece, I think, though. You can turn that into a really lovely planter or perhaps still cook with it. So I love looking at the garden area things. This little woven angel is just so cute. And then actually, while I was shopping in this aisle, I was stopped by another shopper who was asking if I was a reseller. And so I was trying to show him kind of my strategy with looking through things. For example, these are so beautiful and so delicate. I believe they are sconces for some sort of chandelier. And if I had some sort of use for them, I would have absolutely grabbed them. They were well priced. Um, but yeah, just, trying to look at what's kind of organic material, like these wooden book holders. I would have picked those up again. It's just not what I'm looking for today. Looking at the figurines, looking for that kind of quality material. I'm looking for the stamps. This bowl, again, very, very similar, if not exactly the same as the art I saw when I lived in East Africa. It's a very heavy, heavy bowl. So it may be just a very heavy wood that it's carved out of. I love that piece, but they were asking a lot of money for it. And there's a blanket. Oh man, I forgot actually about this glass piece. I should have picked this up. I think they wanted like $3 for it. Ah! The comps on these are fantastic. I think I saw one that was sold for $75 online. I should have picked it up. Here it is. Here's the blanket. Man, I should have picked this up. I just love how bright the colors are. They're so happy. And I love looking through the glassware and candle holders. I mean, you can really find some very unique treasures here. I was looking for crystal that day. I didn't really see a whole lot in their selection. I found some really beautiful pieces, like the sunflower kind of tea light candle holder. That would have been so beautiful. But that piece was actually quite heavy too, so shipping would be very expensive for me. Yeah, I mean, you can't go shopping at Goodwill without hitting at least every single aisle. Now, this aisle I came back to because there was another person shopping there, and I didn't want to, have my camera out. I didn't want to make them nervous or anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, I put these in my basket immediately. These were so cool, and that kind of vintage mustard yellow is really, really popular right now. And I did put these in the basket. I ended up not getting them because one had a very, very minor chip on the bottom that was super unnoticeable. But the other one had quite a noticeable crack, like a hairline crack going all the way through. So I did not end up getting those. I'm so sorry. Pretty pleased with their plasticware. Again, just this whole aisle, this whole store is just really, really well organized. And it's always nice to come into an organized store because sometimes I can spend upwards of an hour, even in a small store like this, and I get very visually overstimulated. So the fact that it's well organized, everything is well lit, it's not loud with random music playing. So that was pretty nice. It was a nice experience. It always is at this one. And this is the aisle that I was stopped in, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and take us to a different aisle that I have not yet bitten down. Oh, actually, I was down in this one, but I didn't see these very cute non-Pyrex dishes. I thought they were Pyrex. They were in really good condition. But yeah, just not shopping for those today. I love the basket section. Okay, these bowls made me stop. These bowls made me think about coming back to the store to purchase them. The small bowl was priced at $7, the medium bowl was priced at $10, and then the large bowl was priced at $16. A little too much for what I was going for that shopping trip. This was one of my first shopping trips when I did decide to become a thrifter to resell instead of a thrifter for my own hobby and my own tastes. So working with finite income and finite budget, I decided to pass on these, but I will say that I did think about them for several weeks afterward. So the haunting of Goodwill, I swear. But here are the baskets. I actually ended up purchasing a handful of baskets from a different Goodwill store because you can never go wrong with baskets. Everybody loves baskets. I also was thinking about coming back to the store for these very cute miniature picture frames. Um, those may have just stayed within my personal collection because I have a table full of picture frames of friends and family, those who are present and those who are past. And so those little small guys are just really nice for those vintage pictures that we have. And this really cute bamboo vase, I really liked it. They were asking just a little too much for me, but really, really cute. And of course, down the kind of collectibles aisle, little picture frames again, and then glass vases. This blue vase was so adorable. The price was right. I did end up putting it in the basket, but after looking at it before purchasing, I realized that it most likely came with a lid because the top was very flat and sort of sharp, so I actually decided against purchasing it. Always stop at your local thrifty for some solid picture frames and some really awesome and unique artwork. I didn't find anything on this trip, but I usually find some pretty fun things. This is kind of my last walkthrough of all of the aisles I really like to look for housewares at. I did go out their small furniture section, and I did, you can't. Hey, so it's Amanda. The video cut off a little early, but I actually didn't end up buying anything that trip. It was a really good experience though for one of my first trips, with thinking about reselling and what would work well mailing and what wouldn't break, what wouldn't be too heavy. So it was a good learning experience for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please visit my website and find me online for shopping fun. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.